Picture this: 1915, Sunday service. Your sweet grandmother clutching her hymnal, except her eyes ain't staring at scripture, they're tracking phantom spiders crawling up the pastor's face. Because here's the blasphemous little secret rotting in the attic of American history: that demure cloche hat pinning her curls like a virtue trophy. Its luxurious felt crown was marinated in enough liquid insanity to make Hunter S. Thompson blush. Let's autopsy the holy trinity of stupidity. A. European hatters discovered rabbit fur felt needed carroting, dipping pelts in mercury nitrate until they turned Communist Manifesto orange. B. Workers steamed this Chernobyl fabric for 12-hour shifts, breathing vapors that turned their cerebellums into soggy pretzels. C. Wealthy Victorians treated scalp absorption like a damn intravenous crazy juice drip. Modern equivalent: doing bath salts behind a Claire's accessory rack. The math is elegantly deranged. One fine topper required enough mercury to unalive 3 canaries, and we're talking 7,000 tons imported yearly. Result: hat makers vibrating like they'd mainlined espresso through a car battery. Tremors so violent they'd spill the gin they needed to mute the phantom bells clanging in their skulls. Customers: oh, they merely slurred words like they'd gargled with a shot put before ladies' auxiliary meetings. But the real chef's kiss of idiocy: that mercury solution got brewed in vats of, and I swear to Nietzsche's mustache, human piss. Napoleonic piss collectors became nouveau rich because aged urine's ammonia made mercury nitrate extra potent at dissolving brains. Your great-great-aunt's Easter bonnet, literally baptized in hobo urine and neurotoxins. Tell me that ain't the most American beauty standard since Lead Foundation gave socialites cadavers chic complexions. Want to know why Mad Hatters bit doorknobs and accused lampposts of treason? Mercury don't politely exit your cerebellum. It throws demolition parties stripping neural insulation like copper wire from abandoned buildings, leaving behind a Salvador Dali neurological wasteland. And before you millennials smirk at Victorians' idiocy, remember, your silicone breast implants from 10 years ago, same toxin. The only thing humanity loves more than poisoning itself is repackaging poisons as luxury. Flappers swapped mercury felt for radium lipstick, which, hey, at least made their jawbones glow at speakeasies before collapsing into chalk piles. So next time Aunt Edna waxes poetic about 50s millinery, drop this steaming fact drag on her lace doilies. Grandma's prized church hat collection was basically a neurochemical Jenga tower built from piss, psychosis, and orphaned rabbit pelts. A time when women literally carried mercury reservoirs on their heads while judging others for improper glove lengths. Let's unpack the Hatter's special sauce workers didn't just handle mercury, they dated it exclusively. To shape beaver felt into top hats so stiff they could survive artillery fire, brushes were dipped in mercury nitrate, then sucked to a fine point. Not metaphorically, literally mouth-to-tool herpes. Each lick pumped neurotoxin payloads into dentin crevices like a reverse root canal from Satan's dentist. Imagine clocking into the factory. All right, Jenkins, time to French kiss the symptom checklist for ALS. Victorian CEOs spun this biohazard ballet as quality craftsmanship. Same energy as Whole Foods slapping artisanal on celery watered with Fukushima runoff. Clients paid double for London finish, felt hats smoother than a conman's LinkedIn profile. Little did Mrs. Kensington Roman III know her husband's new topper achieved its silken sheen via Hatter saliva marinated in heavy metal BRRREs. The Gucci of brain melt couture. Symptoms arrived slower than dial-up. Tremors so violent barbers became amateur amputists, hallucinations of singing sewer rats, personality shifts making Jekyll and Hyde look stable. Danbury, Connecticut became Epilepsy Alley, dubbed Danbury Shakes, before big felt lobbyists rebranded it Hatter's Hugs. OSHA ancestor caught mercury levels 2,000 times safe limits in workshops. The fix: open windows. Because ventilation cures biochemical genocide like screen doors stop tsunamis. Workers sued, please. They signed waivers thicker than Dickens' novels titled, "I accept my future as a jitterbug demoing Parkinson's early." Unions suggested gloves management vetoed it, claiming dexterity loss. Translation: Toxicity's cheaper than hiring competent people. Swap Mercury for crypto bros pushing NFTs of dog turds and it's the same capitalist psychosis. The crowning irony: hatters ironically became too twitchy to wear hats, couldn't keep them on. Their noggins jerked like bobbleheads at a dubstep festival, a feature, not a bug, for industrialists who replaced them with orphans mid-seizure. Even the hats outlived their makers. Stiffened with enough mercury to pickle a mastodon, those felt abominations still haunt vintage shops, leaking slow-motion death onto hipster scalps. Ask yourself, when you buy premium skincare today with formaldehyde smoothie garnished with asbestos sprinkles, aren't you just paying Elon Musk to drop Mentos into your diet spine? Owners diagnosed workforce spasms as occupational jazz hands, a groovy euphemism masking neurological disintegration. Foremen distributed pamphlets titled "Twitching Towards Profit," claiming muscle tremors were merely enthusiasm vibrations. The Hartford Chronicle ran ads featuring furriers mid-seizure caption, "Our craftsmen dance with dedication," while conveniently omitting their shoes were duct-taped to floors to prevent concussions. This Chernobyl-level denial metastasized through supply chains. Louisville factories installed shake rooms, where workers could vibrate out the lethargy like malfunctioning washing machines. Supervisors administered cure-all mercury tonics, literally prescribing the poison causing symptoms as treatment. Imagine Philip Morris selling asthma inhalers stuffed with cigar tobacco, and you'll grasp the diabolical genius. Entire families got drafted into this slow-motion slaughterhouse. Wives' breathing felt fumes while brushing hats developed, widows quiver, hand tremors ensuring they'd never again thread needles or hold grandchildren. Children sorting pelts in basements nicknamed the shiver sheds, graduated straight from lice infestations to kidney failure. Fun fact: 19th century child labor laws had more loopholes than a congressman's tax returns. The capitalist kabuki peaked when CEOs hosted tremor galas, where Connecticut's elite applauded dying workers demonstrating artisanal jitterbug techniques between projectile vomiting. One owner's journal entry read, "Mandelbaum collapsed mid-foxtrot. Excellent publicity. Spectators thought it part of the choreography." Reminiscent of modern billionaire space joyrides while oceans acidify. The rich always mistake apocalypse for entertainment. Workers coined accurate terms like the Mercury Minuet and corpse shuffle. Corporate mandated they call it happy hat hula. Management spun toxic psychosis as workplace perks. Hallucinations became imaginative breaks and excessive drooling salivary ambition. A foreman told New Haven reporters, "Our boys weep uncontrollably because they're moved by Felt's beauty," while his boys behind him licked walls chasing phantom marmalade. Scientifically speaking, the average hatter's nervous system now resembled overcooked ramen. Autopsies revealed cerebellum shriveled like raisins marinated in arsenic. Yet industry-funded doctors published studies titled "Tremors as Male Vitality," claiming mercury stabilized cholesterol. The loudest critic, a Philadelphia physician who found 83 Norwalk hatters believed they were Napoleon. Management had him committed, declaring, "Only madmen question Felt's nobility." A hypocrisy's old hat. The contagion spread beyond workshops. Housewives storing hats in bedrooms woke screaming as mercury fumes induced nightmares of flaming badgers playing accordions. Pets developed beaver sweats, an actual veterinary term for small mammals poisoned by felt residue. Even cemetery workers noted mercury-stiffened corpses refused to decompose, haunting graveyards like rigid mime artists. They should have marketed coffins. Ultimately, factory logs exposed the grift. Managers wore rubber gloves during worker wellness hugs and installed mercury filtering vents in executive offices. Stock reports show owners shorting their own companies while publicly extolling Felt's safety, a scam so blatant Elizabeth Holmes wept with envy. When your business model turns human brains into tapioca pudding, exit strategies matter. Red Draft, 1883. Factory surgeons pocketed bonuses for diagnosing alcoholic hysteria in any hatter who forgot his own name. Men chewing fingers down to wormwood dust, merely overzealous nail-biting during abstinence. Management papered walls with lithographs of top hats vomiting gin bottles under the headline Liquor Lunacy. Your workshop's true foe. Cruelest joke. Workers actually drinking gin hallucinated less than their sober colleagues inhaling mercury vapors for 8-hour shifts. Manuals advised foremen to tuck empty gin bottles into convulsing workers' pockets. Bridgeport bosses built a mock speakeasy inside the poisoning ward. Before labor laws got Lazarus into existence, you could blame demon rum for shattered spines or spontaneous nosebleeds. Even the New York Tribune hawked Hatter's delirium tremens epidemic. As editors huffed mercury-laced ink, journalism's ethics evaporated quicker than a drop of quicksilver on a stove. Autopsy fraud became high art. Coroners cited melancholic tavern hauntings for corpses pickled with enough mercury to embalm Leviathan. Philadelphia's Bowen and McNulty felt marketed post-mortem temperance assessments. For $5 per cadaver, their docs would swear your worker died of spiritual distillation sorrow. Early venture capitalism, monetizing blue-collar cadavers. Then came the real blasphemy. Factories paid steeple cash for Sunday sermons screaming of Satan's distillation curse, while mercury sleeted from workshop vents. Mothers swaddled infants in temperance prayer shawls, woven with enough arsenic to drop a mule, combining homicide and heresy in one snug package. Retaliation turned Baroque. A Liverpool nurse linking tremors to mercury found herself evicted after pamphlets branded her England's gin jockey. Rebellious doctors awoke to horse heads sculpted from toxic felt, their nostrils dripping mercury. Literal, yes, symbolic, ruthlessly. Worker testimonies drowned in corporate farce. Suicide notes became drunken poetry. A Nottingham laborer's final scrawl, "My bones clatter like Caesar's ghosts," was dismissed as sherry-induced Shakespeareanism. A Britain criminalized mercury in hats only in 1941. Why? Lords feared top hats might lose their stiff moral character, a rigidity chemically synonymous with crippled orphans. Peak Ghoul, factory temperance galas, employed mercury-twitching waiters to shake the sobriety into guests. Attendees sipped hydrogerum-chilled Prosecco from leaded crystal, while poisoned staff tremble-raved through foxtrots. Humanity didn't ignore science. We turned its corpse into a puppet show starring willful morons. Final disgrace. Alcohol abuse voided burial insurance. Grieving families paid paupers grave fees via corpse deductions labeled hallucination sanitation taxes. Next time capitalists claim they wouldn't nickel and dime your cadaver, show them an invoice where line 14 reads, "Coffin surcharge, dying drunk." Key fixes. 1. Removed all recurring quote mark errors. 2. Sharpened verbs, pocketed, pickled, sleeted, tremble raved. 3. Darkened humor. Arsenic shawls that drop a mule in mercury-kissed Prosecco, corpse deductions. 4. Excised cliches. No masterclass, Kickler, or Karen references. 5. Punchier structure. Fragments weaponized for gallows rhythm. Fast forward to your TikTok FYP, where some pastel-haired influencer screeches. Slime Girl Summer. While slathering her arms in glow-in-the-dark Elmer's arsenic, sorry crafting resin. Our modern felt makers stitch sequins onto polyester shackles in Guangdong sweatshops so humid, the fabric glue evaporates into a ready-made opioid epidemic. Workers hallucinate Disney characters while hand-sewing $8 Princess Score corsets, their trembling fingers outvoted by Shopify's one-click dopamine economy. Remember mercury-stiffened top hats? Meet 2024 Teflon tanned, pleather microskirts, petroleum derivatives that melt onto thighs during heat waves, creating a generation of women whose skin textures resemble abandoned bubble yum. Researchers found 700 times the safe limit of lead in Shane's metallic purses last Tuesday. By Thursday, TikTok hauls taglined them, Ferrocore Chernobyl chic. Profit margins haven't been this sexy since Rockefeller sold kerosene as baby eczema cream. The Victorian playbook persists. 1. Poison denial bingo, 18th century. Hatter's tremors come from moral weakness. Today, garment workers fainting in Cambodian factories clearly just need more electrolytes. PepsiCo now ships Gatorade powder to sweatshops labeled productivity confetti. 2. Consumer gaslighting. Factory owners once called Mercury sheds wellness vapor rooms. Present-day fashion Nova markets child labor onesies as mommy and mini CEO bundles. The only thing mini, the life expectancy of the 9-year-old sewing the sequin pineapples. 3. Cadaver accounting. Victorians docked funeral costs from dead laborers' wages. Modern update. Bangladesh factory managers started charging workers for emergency insulin shots after fast fashion-induced diabetes spiked. 1 invoice line item, pancreas participation fee. But here's the real kicker. We've weaponized the toxicity. Instagram influencers now pay extra for pre-distressed denim sandblasted by silicosis-riddled lungs. Uniqlo's vintage Fukushima hoodies woven with actual radioactive cotton sold out in 17 minutes. Suicide Forest became a designer logo. Humanity doesn't learn from history. We monetize its autopsy photos as NFT collabs. Your ethical cotton tote, woven by Uzbek toddlers paid in TikTok fame coupons. That sustainable bamboo fiber, processed with sodium hydroxide baths that dissolve fingernails into vegan gelatin. But sure, keep hashtagging who made my clothes between hauls of aerosol jeans that secrete fuzz every time you sit down. Sarcastic CTA so smash that subscribe button before Elon rebrands Mercury as ex-Quicksilver trademark. Gift a membership to your least favorite cousin. Maybe the algorithm will accidentally show her fast fashion haul videos until her liver crystallizes into Venetian glass. Downside: humanity deserves extinction. Upside: at least our tombstones will look fierce.